Bittensor is once again showing itself for a good buying opportunity, and let's discuss where that will be in today's video. Hey guys, Foxy is Trading here, back with another crypto video for you guys, and we are back once again talking about Bittensor. You guys showed me a lot of love in my last video saying you want to see future updates on TAO, so here it is. Now let's get right into market structure. I don't want to waste anybody's time. So in my last video, I marked out two zones, and I'm going to explain these zones for anybody that doesn't understand them just yet. So we have our daily fair value gap and we have our weekly fair value gap. Fair value gaps are an imbalance in price, right? You can see between this wick and this wick, there is this imbalance. Now you're thinking to yourself, well, does this really matter? Yeah, you can see that these are not just random zones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times price has touched this area and it has respected it, and it said, no, I do not want to close below it. So we know that this area is strong, right? These are not just random areas in the market. And I kind of wish I made this video during the week for you guys, because when it was in this area, on CoinMarketCap, the volume was much higher, and volume on CoinMarketCap is always a good indication that people are buying, and they're buying in strong zones. Now, the reason it is so low right now is because it is a Saturday. Maybe it's Sunday when you're watching, maybe it's midweek, but I'm making this video Saturday morning, and obviously we know everything is closed on Saturday, and the volume will be low, right? The banks aren't buying, the financial institutions aren't buying, the big whales most likely aren't buying. So the volume on pretty much every single coin will be low, but midweek it was much higher. Now, this zone is important, and there are two possibilities, right? One, I think it is possible that we sweep out this once again, right? We sweep this, we sweep it, and then we go up, and then we continue going up. Now, the other option is we have this weekly fair value gap, right? So there are two good buying opportunities. We can see that this also has been tested many times before. However, this is when we were in a slight bearish trend. You can see we have lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, pretty much equal lows. So we were in a slight down trend. But now we switched to bullish. Why? Because we closed above this high and we closed above this high, forming a higher high and forming another higher high, right? So let's hope we can continue this bullish pattern. Let's hope we can hold this fair value gap and push to the upside. This is why I think this is the good buying zone. Okay, I don't think price is going to go below the 280 mark. I wouldn't want it to go below the 280 mark. I would want it to stay in the 300 zone. Now, there is another reason that it could sweep this and go higher up. So let me just mark this out for everybody to remember. And my idea for price will be like this, followed by something like this. Now, it is possible that we, it is possible that we go somewhere below here, but as long as we don't close below this area, I think we will be fine. So the other reason my aligning is like that is because I actually talked about this in my recent, literally previous video on ICP. Let me just delete all the markings and re-explain for all my Bittensor viewers that I have been looking at this sweep of liquidity from Bitcoin for a while now. It is such low-hanging fruit, and we have not been able to do that, and we are in a bearish trend on Bitcoin. So what I think Bitcoin is going to do, it's going to sweep this, and then hopefully we're going to get that massive push to the upside. We have seen that in the past on the bullish side, right? We had this liquidity, price swept it, and boom, to the downside. So now let's hope we can sweep it from a bearish trend and push bullish, right? For all of you that don't know, we had this liquidity zone right over here. Let me get rid of everything so it's clean for you guys. We had this liquidity zone right over here. Why I am telling you this is because when we took it out, around $750 million worth of buys were liquidated from this zone. Why? Because buys are held at liquidity. Where there is liquidity, there is money and there is orders. So there's probably a lot of orders right over here, a lot of orders that will be triggered, and there's a lot of orders that might be triggered but then stopped out depending how low price wants to go, right? It might want to sweep it, take everybody out, and then have a massive push up. We need to adapt to price. We are not sure what price is going to do perfectly. We have to adapt. But in terms of Bittensor, this sweep and push to the upside would make sense because it would align with our plan here, right? The sweep here and then a push to the upside. So that is what I'm going to be looking out for. And I want to know from you guys if that's something you are looking for, if you guys are still planning to buy, to scale in. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know where you think it's going to go. I had a gentleman comment in my last video saying that Bittensor was looking very healthy, which I agree, and he doesn't think we are going to go below the 300 zone. And I strongly agree with him. Is it possible? Of course it is possible. Nobody in this game can tell you exactly what is going to happen. You think anybody knew that $19 billion of crypto was going to be liquidated here? No. So we just have to wait, see, and adapt. But this is just my take on how TAO is looking, and I'm still bullish on TAO. It is still looking healthy. I am not stressed on it at all. Let's look at CoinMarketCap before I leave all of you to it. Actually, let's go on their Twitter for a second because there is many things that I would want to talk about. However, I don't want to make this video 20 minutes long. So maybe I will make a mid-week video, or I will do a shorter market structure next week and talk about some of the things they are saying, TAO flow, and a bunch of tests that they have ran and a few upgrades. So maybe that is a plan, or just be a longer video next week with a little bit of market structure and a little bit of news and explanations. But let's just look at this before I leave all of you to an amazing weekend. We are down on price in the week, up in market cap, slightly up in volume on all the big exchanges, and everybody is 83% bullish. We are still in the green. It is still looking good. Let's get that to 90%, shall we? So if you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like, make sure you comment, hit that subscribe button. It really does mean a lot to me. And make sure you guys do your own research because I'm not a financial advisor. And I'll see everybody in the next video.